Hey y'all, it's your girl Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and we are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. Yes, we are. So, this week we are wrapping up March and we are heading into April. March is coming to a close and we are opening up these April vibes. Can you feel them? I can. Yes. So, first, before we dive into the energy of this week, I would like to say a few announcements. Okay, first and foremost, thank you to everyone who came out to the Trauma Conscious Yoga Full Moon Healing Circle with myself and Natita Gassell from the Trauma Conscious Yoga Institute. I would also like to say thank you to everyone who has now signed up for the next one that will be hosted at the end of April. Thank you, thank you. And that will be at the full moon in Scorpio. Hmm. Yes. So that's when we are doing the next one. Also, for everyone who has signed up for the House of Chiron Celestial City membership, thank you, all of you, every single last one of you, for being in this space with me. We are going to learn so much and experience so many different things, and you get that direct connection with your own astrologer. Like the way it's set up, like you get direct access to me, and I will be continuously offering you readings in that space. So, if you have not signed up for the Celestial City, go ahead and hit that, description box and do that. All right. So that's all I have for my announcements. And since I'm now here and I forgot to tell y'all to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that right now. Subscribe. And that's if you are new here. If you are not new here, welcome back. Hello, fam, because if you are here, you are family. So, yes, we don't have a lot to talk about this week, so I'm just going to dive right on in. We are going to be discussing the energy of April 1st. So we can say March 28th, March 29th through April 3rd, but really there's nothing going on really significant at the end of March. So I'm only going to talk about the information for April 1st, April 2nd, and April 3rd, just to wrap up this week. So, yes. Um, we are ending March and we are going to be heading into April. And so April is going to start with like a quick switch in the way we communicate and how we process information because Mercury is going to swiftly move into Aries at the start of April, in the very beginning. So this is going to be providing us a lot of ideas and all kinds of things. So spring is going to come, or spring is here really, but the month of April is coming with lots of fruit, just bearing fruit for us, right? For all the hard work and the determination that we have done previously, we're going to start seeing a lot of things blossoming during the month of April. So, first and foremost, we have Mercury, which is now in Pisces. It's going to be making a sextile aspect to Pluto in Capricorn at 26 degrees. And this happens on April 2nd. So, Mercury in Pisces is already very illusory and it's just kind of whimsical. It's all about the dream state and tapping into your intuition and your psyche, right? So when we are having a transit with Mercury and Pisces, we are able to see and dream of all the possibilities that are coming, all of the potential that is here for us. And this is happening as we are learning to tap deeper into our intuitive abilities and embracing our inner creative, right? Because Pisces is the sign of the creative, right? The creativity, they rule cinema, they rule dreams, all those things that you create. It's the 12th house. The 12th house is basically zero. It is the ending and the beginning, so to speak. The 12th house in astrology represents the I guess you can say the utero stage in birth. So it is from the absolution that everything is created. So it is the nothingness. It is the abyss. It's the darkness, right? So from the darkness, everything is created. So we are going to see with this Mercury and Pisces, we've been experiencing that we can really create everything that we want with our mindset, with how we think, our perceptions. We are creating our experiences here in this life with what it is that we think, how we see things. So our intellect is going to be strengthened and it's going to be increasing our intuition because we have this Pluto and Capricorn aspect. So this is adding a sense of intensity to this transit, right before it heads out and moves into Aries. So this is also going to be revealing some deep depth secrets about ourselves, about others, about the world and the reality around us. This also is going to be promoting a lot of fears and obsessions, and possibly some deceit could come up, right? You can come to the surface. This is the thing that like reveals secrets. This is that energy, things coming up to the surface. So, but on the other end of this is going to help us focus on things like our psychology. It's going to help us focus on astrology. It's going to help us really focus and have a need to do our shadow work. So we're going to have that assistance there to help us release those psychological fears that we have been really dealing with, and also those perceptions that tend to hold us back. That's what this transit and this aspect is doing, this Mercury sextile Pluto and Capricorn. So it is very essential that we pay attention to those deals that seem to be too good to be true, because you could have that sleazy salesman coming around with this energy. Make sure you are really seeing things for what they are, because Mercury in Pisces is rose-colored lenses. Just it does not see things clearly, not all the time. So make sure that you are really paying attention to the deals that come through, especially when it comes to like relationships and things that are financial as well. So just keep that in mind. And as this energy is going to help us, it's also going to help those other people who have bad intentions or ill intentions with convincing others to do things that they normally would be apprehensive to diving into. Is that kind of energy. You could really be convinced of something that good and damn well ain't good for you. So just throwing it out there. Okay, so moving on to April the 3rd, and this is the very last thing I'm going to talk about this week in Galactic Gossip, but moving on, we have Mercury. Right after we have this aspect with Mercury sextile to Pluto, we're going to have Mercury moving into the fiery sign of Aries, right? So Mercury in Aries is already fiery. It's very quick thought. Not to mention, we still have Mars in transit in Gemini. So these two energies are playing off each other. Mercury rules Gemini, Aries is ruled by Mars. So when you have these two planets in their opposite sign at the same time, it's like they're playing off of each other in this similar energy. Mercury is quick thought. Mercury in Aries is quick thought, irrational actions, irrational thinking, quick-witted, very blunt as well. Whereas Mars in Gemini is very flighty, very flaky. So you're going to have a lot of ideas that come up, and half of them probably won't even stick. Okay, so just think of it in that way. And also with us having this energy, Aries is very aggressive, it's very passionate. So we might have these fleeting thoughts at the time, but also we're going to be very blunt with our opinions. So we can be very opinionated during this time as well. And these quick thoughts are going to be meeting these quick actions that we are under the influence of. And so we are going to be like more opinionated, and it's more so about our genius, our ideas, our perceptions. And this might actually foster some inner aggressions within all of us in the ways that we communicate with other people. So just guard your grill, keep it at bay. It's fine. Breathe. That might help. Do some exercising. Use that Aries energy. Work it out. Instead of popping off at the mouth. Keep that in mind. Also, as we move on, we will begin to process like our thoughts more rapidly. So this might actually give us that energy to miss the details, because we're processing things so quickly, we miss the fine details. And also we need to get some things understood before we make any decisions, right? This can bring some impatience because we want things to go, go, go. That's that Aries energy. And Geminis aren't really patient people anyway. I know personally, just saying. And I have an Aries moon, just saying. Throwing it out there. Not a patient person. So this is what's going to come up with this transit. Not to mention, like I said before, how you can help yourself with this transmute that energy, that aggressive energy, into determination without trying to force anyone with, convincing them of your own agenda or pushing any type of agenda onto anyone. Just transmute that energy. Okay. Mercury, during this transit, will make a sextile to Saturn, which is in Aquarius. So this is going to give us that focus and that increase in our memory in order to handle business dealings and the things that really are going to provide structure in our life. Also, it might have a lot to do with our technology, because we're already feeling bombarded and bogged down by the use of technology. That's Saturn and Aquarius energy. So we're going to possibly receive something through that, through technology, through social media, something of that nature. So as we move into the second half of April, Mercury will sextile Jupiter, which is also in Aquarius, and it will make that sextile to Mars in Gemini. So this is going to be improving our mental capacities. So we're going to be having a lot of genius ideas. We're going to be receiving a lot of abundant information. Things and opportunities are going to be coming towards us in the second half of April. It's a wonderful time to initiate new things. It's also a wonderful time to plan a trip, go somewhere, that Jupiter and Aquarius energy, if you can do so. So, provoke a genius idea and plan a trip. Who knows? So this is also going to be like refreshing our need for mental determination, right? And we will also have like the psychological and the physical energy to get things done. Like we'll have the mental energy to do it, and we'll also have the physical energy to do it once we get kind of into this transit, probably like the second or third week of this transit. The second part of this month, like mid-April. So that's what I have. And Mars, excuse me, not Mars, Mercury will be in Aries until April 18th. So we only have a few weeks of this because, Mercury moves quickly. And once that happens, we're going to be moving from Mercury to Aries. Mercury will then be moving into Taurus. So things are going to slow down, and we're going to be thinking logically and a little bit, more tangibly about stuff. How can we manifest these thoughts into something that we can actually hold? That's what's going to be coming up at the end of this month. So that's all that I have for Galactic Gossip this week. I hope this has been serving to you. If you are new to my channel, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and subscribe. Once again, look at that description box below and find out all the things that Gemini Jazz is doing. And make sure you look into the Celestial City because it's popping in there. I hope y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye.